Are you wondering if it's time to upgrade your MailChimp, your Constant Contact, or Aweber email autoresponder? Are you wondering what email CRMs are even out there and how you would go about choosing the one that's right for you in your practice? Well, in this video, I'm going to go much deeper on these questions, and we're going to discuss the 4 areas and the 4 capabilities that a modern email CRM should contain, whether you need all of those capabilities at this time, and how you go about picking the right system. Because ultimately, picking an email CRM is something that you should only do once. Similar to picking an EMR, there's a lot of tech hassles involved, moving the data from one system to another. I admit it's not as crazy as moving it between your different EMRs, but still you want to make the right decision at this time so that you covered for not only this year but the future. Now, be sure to grab the cheat sheet below this video with all the links that I mentioned, as well as coupon codes, and there's also a nifty decision tree helping you figure out which system is right for you and your practice at this time. Now, for those of you that don't know what an email CRM stands for, CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management Tool. And this is essentially a dashboard, a system that tracks email addresses, contact information, if they purchased something, what action they took on your website. And initially, a lot of people started out on Constant Contact, iContact, Aweber, MailChimp. If you started online marketing 10 to 20 years ago, that's what you started on. And these systems had very basic functionality. It was really an email autoresponder. Somebody opts into a mailing list and then gets a series of emails in response to that. And that's all these first generation systems do. Now, if you're on one of these systems, then I would suggest it's time to upgrade to a second generation system. And these second generation systems have a lot more capabilities. They obviously include email marketing, so the ability to send out broadcast emails like a newsletter on a certain date. They also include the capability for automation. So let's say somebody opts in for a lead magnet, now they get a certain sequence of emails. Now, what's important here is that you need some sophistication here, because obviously if somebody is already on your email list and opts in for a new lead magnet, they'll probably get a different sequence than somebody that has not been on your email list, is a cold prospect, and now this person should also get an indoctrination email sequence to get them nurtured up. And so you need a system that can handle these more advanced types of automations. This is where these first generation systems don't do a good job. MailChimp has been trying to play catch up because they started so early on, the infrastructure is kind of limited. Aweber has AW Pro Tools available, but again, you start to Frankenstein together a system that's not really meant to do all of these things out of the box. So now that we've covered the first capability, sending out emails, the second capability is the ability to collect payments. Now, if you are at a point where your practice has online courses, maybe you have a group coaching program, maybe you want to collect coaching call fees, right? You need a way to collect this. Now, one way would be to your EMR, but if you have online courses, that's typically not possible. So you need a system that is giving you checkout pages as well as payment gateways. The third capability that you want to consider is really the ability to handle courses. So let's say you have a client portal area and you want to make certain information available to your paying patients. Maybe you have group coaching programs and you want to make things available. That's where you need a membership area or an online course. And so as a standalone version, you could go with Teachable or Thinkific, but you're paying monthly fees to that. So if you really have an online course or something that you want to market online where you need a membership area, then I think it's time to consider if your email CRM should be handling that as well. And then the final area to pay attention to is affiliate management. So once you have an online course and you have other people promoting the course in exchange for an affiliate commission, that's when you need to track affiliate commission. So again, the payment system and the tracking of the opt-ins and who sent you the opt-ins becomes now a very important component, and this is getting trickier and trickier. If you are, let's say, on Kajabi, it's not really very well handled. And then on other systems, it's also not really connected to your email CRM, and so you have all this different data, and it becomes very difficult to ensure that you properly collect affiliate data. All right, so let's talk about the various systems that you could choose from. So if you only need email marketing capabilities, the ability to send out emails, whether it's in automated fashion in response to a lead magnet opt-in or a broadcast email, but you don't need to collect money, you don't need a membership area, you don't need affiliate tracking, then you want to go with systems like ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, ConvertKit, etc. that are great email marketing system, very intuitive to use. You don't need to be a super techie. And again, they're vastly superior with their integrations relative to the first generation systems compared to Constant Contact, iContact, MailChimp, and Aweber. Now, the moment you need to collect payments, this is where you may want to consider a system like Infusionsoft or Ontraport. Infusionsoft is now rebranded as Keep, but those are sort of the two most prominent systems in the space that people are using. I have been using Ontraport for many years, and many of my clients are using Infusionsoft. So if you need to collect payments, then a system like that is really useful, unless you want to pair your ActiveCampaign with an online shopping cart like, let's say, Samcart or this Thrive cart. There's a number of other solutions, but now you start to create like combinations of two systems that are more difficult to integrate, and you pay separate fees. So before you know it, you could be paying a lot. In this case, ClickFunnels may be an option too, even though technically sometimes things break. So usually when it comes to really having a great Swiss Army knife, I would recommend Ontraport. Ontraport is really built from the ground up. It's super solid, and what I like about it is that it's very intuitive. You think it should work a certain way, and that's exactly how it works. Now, on the other hand, Keep, or formerly known as Infusionsoft, was known as Confusionsoft, and I find that typically you need an extra tech person to handle Infusionsoft updates for you because it's so confusing. It's not really logical how they built this together. And Infusionsoft was one of the first second generation email CRMs out there. It was built on Salesforce, so obviously they didn't have the luxury to build it from the ground up in a way that's really intuitive for users like you and me. So that's sort of the next recommendations. Once you need membership management, again, you could go with ActiveCampaign and an outside solution like Wishlist Member, Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable, etc. This is for courses, but again, Infusionsoft in conjunction with Memberium or Ontraport have this already built in. And the difference between Infusionsoft is that Infusionsoft is just a basic engine, and then you have to buy all the components that you need to operate it. So in addition to your Infusionsoft subscription, you also need a Memberium subscription for your membership management. And so again, this is why I like Ontraport. Ontraport already has the membership function built in. It works with WordPress sites. So again, super easy, and because it's built in, it allows you to easily connect and configure. And then the last area of using affiliate tracking, again, both Infusionsoft and Ontraport can handle this. Again, I would say Ontraport it's a more built-in system. It's easier to configure compared to Infusionsoft, but Infusionsoft can track it as well. And then obviously you have other systems. Let's say if you have a course on Teachable or Thinkific, you can use the affiliate tracking in Teachable to track who sent you the sales. Now the problem with that is, running a system, let's say on ActiveCampaign and Teachable, is that your customer data is in Teachable along with the affiliate data, but your opt-ins are in your ActiveCampaign. And so you can have people opt in for a lead magnet first and then later track the affiliate commissions when they make a purchase. So again, I would say if you get to that point where you have an online course and you need to track affiliates, do yourself a favor and go with Ontraport, and you'll thank me later. Now, I talked about online course systems from Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable. There's also ClickFunnels that has the ability for a membership area, and ClickFunnels has been around for 5 years. They recently really changed their offering, so it has become a lot more expensive. And then there's a new entry on the market, Kartra. Kartra is really the Swiss Army knife and integrates a lot of these functions, so that may be worth a look as well. But if you really want to make sure that you pick the right system for your practice, be sure to sign up for a free strategy session with our team. We can look at your tech infrastructure and then make targeted recommendations. We can explore what you're doing right now and what you may want to do in the next year or so that we can guide you in the right direction. And again, simply click the link below this video to sign up for a free strategy session. So in recap, what we talked about is, the first generation systems like Aweber, Constant Contact, iContact, and MailChimp, and you should definitely move to a second generation system. Typically for most practitioners just starting out, we'll recommend ActiveCampaign. Hundreds of our clients are using it. People like Sachin Patel and many of his mentees are using it. So again, it's a very safe bet, and it's very easy to connect to other systems. We then also talked about more advanced systems. The moment you start to collect payments, start to have an online course and or need to track affiliate payments, and in that case we usually recommend Entreport or Kartra. Definitely recommended over Keep and Infusionsoft. So I hope this was helpful and helps you make the right decision. As I mentioned before, be sure to grab the link for the cheat sheet below this video with the handy flow chart to decide which system is right for you, and all the links that I mentioned in this video. So if this video was helpful, be sure to like, comment, and share it. Tag a colleague that needs to see this, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Simply click the subscribe button and then click the bell to be notified each time a new video goes live every Tuesday. I'll see you next week.